friends. Welcome or welcome back to Get Ready with America. My name is SJ, and I'm getting you ready for the 2022 elections state by state. This video will be discussing Oklahoma, and it is taking everything in me to not sing that. My eye look will be inspired by the state reptile, the common colored lizard. If you want to watch any other 2022 state preview videos, I'll have my Votemas playlist linked below, where you'll also find links to more info about the elections in Oklahoma and a list of everything I'm wearing and using on my face. Standard disclaimer, this video was filmed and posted in early January. I hope the vast majority of the information I'm sharing will still be relevant whenever you're watching this up to the state's primary date, but candidates haven't started filing in Oklahoma yet, so something in this video could be outdated at this point. Check the state government links in the description box for the most up-to-date information. Let's get into it. Republican Senator James Lankford will be seeking a second full term to the U.S. Senate. He is destroying in the polls and has received endorsements from pretty much every elected official in Oklahoma, which there are a lot of those you'll learn as we go through this video. And yet, he is battling for Trump's endorsement with Jackson Lohmeyer, a fairly high-level evangelical leader who is consolidating support from the fringes of the party. But, as I said, according to polling done less than a month ago, Lankford has more than 50% of the vote, and Lohmeyer is overall going down in the polls. So unless something totally wild happens, I'm sure Lankford's got this whole thing in the bag. 4 Democrats have declared, including a colleague of some of my friends, as well as 2 libertarians, but yeah, this one's probably staying red. Ohio has 5 House districts.
Ohio? Oh my God, I was reading the script. Oklahoma has 5 House districts.
All Republican. They're all projected to stay that way. I'd be upset there's nothing to say, but after doing Ohio yesterday, this is fine. Also, it's about to get messy. Republican Governor Kevin Stitt is running for a second term. I can't go into all the ways he's been a mild disaster throughout his first term, but I will mention the time in late March 2020 where he went out to dinner with 2 of his kids and posted about it. That post got deleted. He also attended Trump's Tulsa rally maskless and got COVID. He's actually super into not wearing masks and not vaccinating and stockpiling hydroxychloroquine. Oh, I didn't mention that this is the only elected office he's ever had. And yet, he's well on the way to being reelected based on recent polling. He has 1 declared challenger for the primary, a naturopathic doctor who is somehow even more anti-mask and vaccine and has the support of the state party chair. 2 people actually switched parties to run against Stitt this year. Former State Senator Irvin Yen, originally announced as a Republican but left the party last year because, as a sane physician, he didn't agree with their opposition to mask and vaccine mandates. He's running as an independent, so won't be on the ballot until November. State Superintendent of Public Instruction Joy Hoffmeister, elected twice as a Republican, also opted to switch parties after frustrations with the COVID response and its effect on schools. She became a Democrat last year and is currently leading in the polls for that nomination, though the majority of Democrats are still undecided. She faces Connie Johnson, who has served as a state senator and on state party leadership, ran against Langford in the special election that originally put him in the Senate, and unabashedly hails from the progressive wing of the party, which is probably why people are figuring the former Republican might do better in the general. Lieutenant Governor, Attorney General, State Superintendent of Public Instruction, State Auditor and Inspector, State Treasurer, and a couple other statewide offices, all held by Republicans, are also up for election this year, and so far, only Republicans have announced they're running. Oh wait, one Libertarian for Corporation Commissioner. I don't know which party I want less in that position. Candidates can't formally file to get on the ballot until April, so there's still some time for some Democrats to get in there. Half of the state Senate and all of the state House are up for re-election, and there are Democrats in those bodies, but they only make up 20% of both. Oklahoma's primary is on June 28th, and the deadline to register to vote is June 3rd. Those convicted of a felony must complete their full sentence of incarceration, parole, or probation, or be pardoned in order to register. I'm pretty sure those two things are mutually exclusive. Young citizens who are 17 and a half can pre-register and vote as soon as they are 18, unless they turn 18 after the registration deadline, in which case they have to wait for the next election. I don't understand why we're not utilizing dynamic databases for this shit. Oklahoma has a closed primary, but registered independents, not unaffiliated voters, but independents, capital I, can vote in the Democratic primary. There will be early in-person voting available June 23rd to 25th, and anyone can request a mail-in ballot. You do need to show ID at the polls. Candidates have to get 50% of the vote in order to win the nomination, and if no candidates do so for a position, then the top two candidates will face off in a runoff election on August 23rd. All of this information can be found on the State Board of Elections website and the voter portal, both of which are linked in the description box. And that's the look. Please be sure to check the description box for the playlist of all my Votemas videos, as well as links to learn more about voting in Oklahoma. I'll be covering all 50 states and DC, so check the playlist or stay tuned to learn more about your state. Please help the channel, the algorithm, and democracy by liking this video right down there and leaving a comment if you've been singing Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain this entire time, except you didn't know the lyrics after Oklahoma, so tell me your made-up lyrics. Subscribe to the channel so the next Votemas video shows up right in your feed. Thanks! I'll see you again soon.